Robert Lighthizer raising eyebrows of more of a few people, but including my own, when he said that decoupling from China after 100 plus thousand Americans were murdered by the policies and the decisions of Xi Jinping is to me stunning. The president made it clear that that was a misunderstanding between himself and Lighthizer, but I wonder what your understanding is.
I think Ambassador Lighthizer's comment was taken out of context. So there may be a time when we have a decoupling. That's something the president will consider.
I'm also now feeling somewhat lonely because I'm amongst the few who believe that this administration should also be holding President Xi and the Communist Chinese government accountable for the murder, what I see plainly as the murder of over 100,000 Americans. Is there any energy being devoted to how that can be achieved?
Lou, I think there is energy, and I would start with Secretary Pompeo, when he had his most recent meeting, was very clear in we need answers. So, you know, it's not acceptable that China hasn't opened up, hasn't been forthright with what's gone on with this disease. And there's no question the disease started there. And how did it spread through the rest of the world and it didn't spread through China? That's what we want to know.
This is about the country right now and the world. This is not about a political campaign. This is not about winning in November. We need action, action, action now. The time for talk is over. There is so much that needs to be done that can be done. This is not particle physics. This is basic stuff that has to be done. And one of the things I'm getting more and more tired of is people making excuses and all this. It's time for action. Look at your daily life. Look at the news. Look at what's happening. Look at Chicago. Okay? Look at what's happening throughout the world. Look in the streets of Hong Kong. Look at the capital markets. This is an era of turbulence. Action, action, action. We need it. We need it from the White House. We also need it from Congress. And here's why. It came from the CCP, okay? And the Daily Beast and all these guys can say, we're not conspiracy theory guys. I'm just going with the best evidence we now know from the intelligence apparatus of Norway and others to say, hey, you got to focus on what happened out of Wuhan and these P4 labs. We don't know this absolutely. One of the reasons that Secretary Pompeo is at Hickam Field in Pearl Harbor, the famous Hickam Field from the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Army Air Corps base at that time. Why is he there? One of the things they're talking about is the pandemic. One of the things they're talking about is sharing information, actually getting to the bottom of the truth. And that's still on the table. But we do know the chain of title of the decisions they made in Italy. The scientists there are saying, hey, we think it might have been in the human waste system in these cities, in Turin, in Milan, the center of the Chinese Communist Party's investment in the industrial base of Italy, which Francisco Gaglietta, the top political analyst, says is the Trojan horse in the West for the Chinese Communist Party. We now know is in the human waste system. When? December 8th. If December 8th is a date you've heard before, yes. That would be the same date that the Chinese Communist Party said, oh, it appeared in a wet market in Wuhan.
大家伙看一下啊，看着没？哎，好嘞，看着没？所有进京的人员全上那登记一下，没有核酸的，没有通行卡的，全都掉头回去啊！告诉你们了。
医院，现在身上就剩130块了。 还得等3天做核酸检测，这3天该咋办？赶紧戴上口罩。这真行。中山抗原今天到这儿做核酸检测来了，今天免费了。 上午还180块钱呢，下午免费。今天免费了。哎，不用你。
对，你讲。原谅我。 连日来，湖北多地连降暴雨，江河水位上涨较快。截至今天上午8点，吴大湖泊中洪湖水位超汛线0.86米，全省4座中型水库和379座小型水库水位超汛线，主要位于襄阳、宜昌、咸宁、荆门等地。目前，超汛线水库正全力泄洪腾库。
For 2 months, time stood still in this city as it endured one of the world's harshest lockdowns. People we arranged to meet are followed by plainclothes police who block our car.
Why are they doing this?
We're stopped from filming.
We can't leave.
And at this apartment block, a group of officials keeps a careful eye on us.
Have we been detained?
It was a sign of how the crisis shook the foundations of a system, one now firmly back in control. No interviews, she's told. At a small shrine, an offering is made to a dead brother. Ms. Wong, who doesn't want to use her full name, has been told by the police not to talk to the foreign media, but has chosen to ignore that warning. 44-year-old Wong Fei died in early February in the same hospital as Dr. Li Wenliang.
他应该及时警示大家。我是觉得，如果他早点，就是发生了，就是把它当做一个正常的事情去反应，不要考虑什么，要去隐藏。比如说这个事情跟医护做及时的一个很好的防护，让他们安心的去做那个医护的工作。我想应该我弟弟也许还活着，很多人还说你们要感恩，因为国家免费要不收你们的钱治这个病了。可是我们想要的是说，我不想让你花这个免费，我宁肯不要你花一分钱，我只想活着。
Anyone asking similar questions too publicly is quickly silenced. For China, there is now only one narrative that matters in Wuhan, the undoubted success in eventually bringing the virus under control.
You guys going to stop it?
Yeah, look.
Here's another difference. Outside one of the hospitals, a nurse we've just interviewed is intercepted by the police and questioned.
They're pulling her over. Of course, if it brings you trouble, we won't use your interview.
She calls us later and asks us to delete the interview.
我现在是真的服了，我刚刚又开了一张罚单，500块。妈，我都想哭，我真的是我。他那条路本来就一直是这样走，我个乖乖，他突然冒出来就要罚我们的款，一罚就是500块。我给大家看一下我们的非机动车道啊，这就是我们的非机动车道，看到没有？我都不知道我们怎么走。我们现在是应该继续往这上面走呢，还是往下面走呢？这上面都根本就过不去，就这里抓了，在拐角处这里。刚刚个骑单车的也被抓了，哎，不跑了，没心情了。我原本说今天下午一直不休息的跑，我还不如回去睡觉。这一下亏大发了，2天工资没了，500块呀。
Since the ascendance of Xi Jinping, I think China is slowly going back to the Mao Zedong era. Control is more draconian, And I think Xi is the most absolute dictator of human history. They have total disrespect for law. And now they impose the national security law superseding the basic law and overriding the basic law and superseding the Legislative Council. So you know that they don't care about law at all. So if they don't respect law, there's nothing for me to expect what to come. You know, anything they want out of expedience will be the right thing for them to do. So, you know, it's difficult for me to, to anticipate what's going to happen. Well, whatever comes, we will fight on, and the media will have to go on until that we can't go on anymore. Well, I think the problem with a system concentrate all the power in an emperor, you tend to make stupid decisions because the people surrounding you will only second guess what you want instead of telling you what is true. And what form his mind, the frame of his mind to make decisions, are all those also his whims.
傳媒朋友大家好，我係吳傲雪。咁講 Stand With You 之前，不如講下 K 同學啦。K 同學其實係 through Stand With You 去聯絡嘅。咁大約咧係1個月前度認識佢。咁大家唔好睇佢而家好堅強、好 tough， 其實17歲細路女嚟嘅咋。即係我成日都叫佢做阿女阿女咁樣。開呢個記招之前，我俾咗幾張紙巾佢，我話你待定啦，旁定身啦。我都開過，我都曾經過來人。佢話唔得。 我要堅強，我唔堅強，我點鼓勵同路人企出嚟啊？我要堅強，因為我要贏，直到贏嗰一日。咁其實見到有啲心酸，老實講。咁亦都加上就係K 同學其實係下個月7月21號，啱啱好721，下晝2點半會喺沙田法院開審正式。咁就住佢襲警嗰單案咧，其實係選擇唔認罪嘅。 咁所以都好希望傳媒朋友再三叮囑大家啦，因為你哋嘅一字一句真係會影響呢個細路女嘅前途。就係、如果要講性暴力做標題冇問題，請你哋講被捕後的性暴力，被捕後的性暴力係啦，係被捕後嘅，因為兩單要分開嘅。係啦，咁係佢被捕戴上手銬後先發生性暴力呢一回事。 咁講一講 Stand With You 啦，咁其實我舊年公開發聲之後，一直都有唔同嘅警暴受害人去聯絡我啦。咁成立 Stand With You 撐住你，咁其實我都係做一個中介咁啦，即係其實係轉介一啲法律支援啊、心理輔導啊、精神科醫生啊、社工啊、傳媒啊，甚至乎係一啲轉介，亦都係提供一啲緊急嘅經濟支援俾佢哋嘅。咁第一批我哋嘅受眾就係一啲性暴力嘅幸存者啦。咁成立至今 Stand With You 其實支援過約雙位數嘅同路人。 100% 都係遭受警方嘅性暴力，超過一半係被控襲警，所以我哋其實係好懷疑警方係報復嘅，亦都同時間性別有男有女啦，全部事後都感到好憤怒、無奈、受辱，甚至乎會為當時自己冇辦法反抗、冇辦法去反抗呢個惡行而自責同埋內疚。 有一半超過一半冇同過任何人講，連屋企人雙親都唔敢講。其實可以見佢哋獨自面對一咁沉重嘅心理壓力係一世。咁所以我哋要同一啲所有勇敢面對遭受過警暴嘅人士喺爭取公義呢條崎嶇之路上同行。好希望大家可以營造一個支持嘅環境、關懷嘅環境俾佢哋。例如今日阿女 K 同學企咗出嚟，希望大家各位網民。 特別係連登討論區嘅網民，希望高抬貴手，唔好對阿女評頭品足。我哋企出嚟唔係選美，我哋企出嚟係希望鼓勵同路人一齊有勇氣，我哋一齊行落去同行。